letters. We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
Girls, I would like to talk about you for just a moment. Would you like to be more glamorous? You'd like to have a trimmer figure by spending just a few fun minutes a day, any time of the day? How would you like me to come into your home to act as your private physical instructor? How would you like to have wonderful inspirational music accompanying these exercises that you're going to do to help you to be more attractive? All right, here's what I have. You've heard of the Glamour Stretcher, I'm sure, the most widely used figure-improving unit in the world today. Now, accompanying the Glamour Stretcher now, we have something great. You put this on your Tree-U. It's a long-play, high-fidelity record that goes on any standard turntable. You put this on your turntable like this, and I'm going to demonstrate first an exercise to help you with the problem of your hips and thighs and the waistline, just like this. With the Glamour Stretcher. Here's the way it'll sound. Ready? 1, 2, and up and down and up and down. Now we have another exercise here that's so important to most of you, and also to improve the appearance of the bust line, just like this. 1 and 2 and 3, posture, and also to improve the appearance of the bust line, just like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There we are. And the instruction chart comes along with this.
What they're doing today. It's off to work and school. But how about you? Why not do something about the environment? Your home environment, that is. You can change the personality of any room in the house, and you don't need a decorator.
I got a gun pointed at my head. Why shouldn't I pull the trigger? Did you hear me?
You can change the personality of any room in the house, and you don't need a decorator. Just some imagination. Now let's get started.
In God's name, help
All
me.
it takes is a little know-how, the right equipment, colorful paint.
And the instruction chart comes along with this beauty kit. Look at, you're getting all of this. Remember, the record sells for $4, the Glamour Stretcher for $4. You're going to get all of this for only $5. That's practically half price. You are saving yourself $3 big. Now, when you order this, you order special number 12. Remember, special number 12 is what you order. Now, here's how you order special number 12.
£100 of Western beef for $49.
Sounds good.
Declaring an emergency.
Affirmative.
Declaring an emergency. Declaring an emergency. An emergency.
Hello?
Mr. President, we've received hard evidence that the Russians have placed offensive weapons in Cuba.
I'll be right down.
Toward looking at outgroups as enemies and as evil.
We are engaged in basic research aimed at piecing together the puzzle. And I believe its time has come.
This group, and the decision it has just reached, was affected by groupthink, a concept which is the subject of a recent book by Dr. Irving Janis. In a discussion with Dr. David Knaus, Dr. Janis will explain what groupthink is, its relation to group dynamics as a whole, and its particular relevance to the VYROTONIN decision.
Okay, the new advertising campaign. How to survive in the 70s.
You mean like how to survive air pollution? No. Survival is real human beings.
What's your idea, Jim?
Well, you know I volunteered for this Dial for Help thing. People phone in when they're in trouble. My first night, regular guy had to run out for a minute. Hello, can I help you?
I'm buying my husband a tape recorder. What's the difference between a cassette?
Yes. But look, it's my first night. I'll try. But in God's name, you've got to help me, too.
We're the dynamite. We're here to stick to you. About the dynamite. Panasonic to 8-track player. There's 8-track cartridges. Panasonic dynamite.
What happened? He didn't do it. We talked for a long time. Does that fit survival? That is survival. In God's name, we made contact. Two human beings who needed each other.
One evening at sunset, a man for the first time looked upon the shores of Wonam Lake. A loon, not old enough to have seen a man before, cried out a friendly greeting. And before the echo of that virgin welcome died away, the man had said, "What a beautiful wilderness."
Inside your heads. I get inside your head, you go on a trip with me. All you have to do is just sit back, relax, and I'll take you flying. Keep your eyes closed and relax. Smell the scent of the earth. Imagine yourself on a star.
Hello, Richard. I'm Hans Strupp. I'd like to ask you what brings you here and how I might be of help to you.
Ricky? Who is this? That's good, Ricky. Very good, Rick. Good boy. Good boy, Ricky. Who is this, Ricky?
What do you feel about being here?
I'm very nervous.
Anything else?
Don't look me in the eyes, you son of a bitch, because I'll stare you down.
I cut in front of you. Don't honk your horn at me.
Kick your ass, you son of a bitch.
Who is this, Ricky? Betty?
I tried so hard to get him to school early.
Good boy, Ricky.
I guess I'm wondering, Richard, what else is there to do besides kicking one's ass?
Shut up! Richard, I need to talk to you for a minute. Could we go out in the hallway? On July 19th, 1980. In 1953.
Knock it off! Stop it, Ricky. You look at me. You look at me. You want to cry? Stop it.
Then in 1970, in the early morning hours of November 28th, within just a few short weeks, 6 months later, Richard went to a 3-day conference with some of his colleagues and came home a changed man.
There were agents in the CIA who were meeting with them who decided that they were going to give them each a dose of LSD without their knowledge or consent, and then see what their reaction was.
I just don't, I don't feel like talking to anybody.
Commit suicide? Tell me a bit about that.
It's much better, Ricky. Give me a good hug. Give me a good hug, Ricky. Give me a big hug, Ricky. Big hug. Oh, that's very good.
Where do we really live? Eric, we live downstairs in the old primitive brain that lies covered with cortex. The center of the brain. Are we all feeling a bit strange?
I must say, Bob, this suggests a rather negative view of human life, it seems to me. That our behavior is generated by uncomfortable appetites and painful states of feeling, like fear.
My stomach started to churn more and more. I felt a lump in my throat. I found it very difficult to breathe.
Commonplace things seem to have great significance. Some people believe they can fly. Some people believe they are God. Recently, this happened.
What memories do we consist of? What stories did we know even before we came from the womb? Or from before we were even conceived? It is nearly 6 in the evening in Hampstead. The world will change at lightning speed. But just now, his wife is ill. And there's little Cosmo, his son, who also deserves his attention. It's a disorganized farewell, though extremely gentlemanlike. Hours and hours, hours after we talked about what fascinated his children, their fascination with death, for instance.
He says, what happens when you die?
Richard was an expert in aerobiology, the delivery of deadly viruses and infectious microorganisms via sprays and aerosol cans.
My father was a research scientist who was involved with germ warfare associated with the SO division, which stood for Special Operations, and some of that research was being done in coordination with the CIA.
Bob, it's getting late. I'm going to turn the TV off. They went to sleep fairly early, about 11, and the next thing we know is that he was awakened by the sound of crashing glass.
We are nothing else but storytellers. We are built up of memories of our own life, but also of the life long before we were born. Narratives form our consciousness, not our consciousness, the narratives.
Is there any one thing in your childhood or growing up that you attribute your major difficulties to, and anything in particular that come to mind?
Little by little, we are piecing together our secret history, and it appears radically different from what we've been taught. On the other side of a mirror that was really a one-way glass, CIA officials observed how the drugs affected our behavior.
I'm 100% American. I'm 200% American.
300%.
400%.
500%.
The head was mine, but not to use, not to think with, only to remember. Not too much remember.
These are communists. His religion.
The dream of one world is fading fast.
He reads too much. He talks just like a college professor.
The grubby demagogue trying to destroy America in the name of America.
Now, Ed, would you stimulate once more in the arousal area, please?
Who is this, Ricky? Betty?
How can I help him?
What is Betty doing? Betty is blowing. Ricky?
Little
Ricky?
black marks
Put the block on top of the box.
on a page.
He didn't pay much attention.
Little black marks on a page.
I had no brothers and sisters. My parents were alcoholics. I've been very lonely all my life. But
You think that this kind of standoffish attitude that you had, being aloof from other people, set you up for being a lonely person?
I know 2 Dennises, and I know 2 Dons, and I know 2 Jims.
Well, if they really cared for me, how come they aren't calling?
That's what I ask myself, too.
Ask the questions that we ask. Ask the questions that we ask. Ask the questions that we ask.
Not just some of the people, not the best people or the worst, not the rich people or the poor, but we the people.
The combination of little black marks on a page. Little black marks on a page. Little black marks. Little black marks on a page.
First thing I get thinking about is what will I write in the note? How will I fill the note out? And who will I address it to? Or will I address it to anybody? Or will I leave a note? Do I even want to leave a note? Screw the world. They're all a bunch of son of a bitches anyway.
The one thing that I'm most disappointed in is that I won't have an opportunity to see Richard again.
They're rolling on Dan August. This is Quinn Martin. He's producing Dan August. He's the man who produced The Untouchables. He produced The Fugitive. And it is also Quinn Martin who produces The FBI. Now, a new QM production. Dan August.
Sage Stallone
stars as a young police officer. Idealistic. Realistic. Committed. Dan August. A new movie, a world premiere, big stars every week on Movie of the Week.
Toastums, huh? Nice and flaky. Tastes like real fruit inside.
It is made with real fruit inside.
Toastums, fresh hot pastry, toaster quick. New from General Foods.
Witness for yourself the mental breakdown. Failed actor Sage Stallone is obviously not the man for the part. Witness for yourself the mental breakdown. Perrier water and Reese's Pieces, the deterioration of a young star. He is out of his fucking mind.
Proctor Silex, Proctor Silex.
Witness for yourself the mental breakdown. The Reese's overeater, a Perrier drinker, a home built of Perrier bottles and Reese's Pieces ranch. Good.
It's me, Billy. Sage?
A core comprehension of reality. The darkest corridor of the inner mind. ESP is a fact.
Science fiction.
Is it? Beyond the shroud of your subconscious. Back. Farther back. And into the sixth sense.
Come with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom Jones.
And Tom Jones is super excitement.
To hear you play your music while the sun goes down. Maybe someday your name will be in lights, saying Johnny, be good tonight. Go, 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 go. Love is like candy on a shelf.
Tom Jones makes it happen, love.
With guest stars like Peter Sellers,
William Shatner,
Nancy Wilson,
Leonard Nimoy,
Dick Cavett,
Nichelle Nichols,
The Fifth Dimension,
DeForest Kelly,
Sonny and Cher, Donovan.
Help yourself, take a few, that's what I want you to do. Not unusual.
Electrifying Tom Jones.
How much trouble is it to get that change to some other color?
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
On some of these letter things here, we're not doing it right. It's too gray.
So you see, what we'll get is the program going through these lines.
A consulting graphic artist and a laboratory scientist are collaborating on an idea for an experimental computer-made movie.
Come out of it, you know, and right, this idea of you being able to program something so we know what it's supposed to do. And what I get a great deal of response out of is you don't know what it's exactly going to do in terms of images. Yeah. In terms of...
It's interesting to me that you say the unexpected things that happen.
Yeah.
Because in a sense, the computer has done exactly what you told it to do, right?
The entire musical score accompanying this film was composed on a computer that can produce nearly endless variations of sounds.
Leave it perfectly in focus.
Rolling! The players keep their eyes on the conductor, especially for their entry, or when the conductor establishes a new rhythm, tempo, or mood. The tempo slows as the conductor brings the sound volume down to almost a whisper.
We're getting a hum from something.
Any other instrument can be manipulated the same way.
One, two, three,
Recorded
four.
and manipulated.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Appears to us that the resistors should track very well with one another. So I think in the first go-around here, we should make all the resistors variable.
Let's put this on and see how...
These men are design engineers, about to engage a new breed of computer in a dialogue that will test the ingenuity of both men and machine. It's a new way of working out abstract problems in the age-old medium of drawings and designs, which explains why the technique is called computer graphics. Our researchers have an idea they want to try out, but they need a ready answer for the problem. If they do this, what will happen? They could spend many hours in the workshop building and testing the real thing. Instead, the operator talks to the computer with an electronic light pen, which does a precise and easy job of assembling the symbolic part.
Okay, let's try again.
The design is complete. But will it work? At this stage, a remotely located master computer takes over the job of calculating the performance curves of the circuit.
Okay, let's go. All right, we're ready to interact. I think it looks good.
hide in the clouds continues, the warmth of summer gives way to autumn's chilling winds, and patches of snow fringe the dizzy crags. Autumn yields quickly to winter as the car passes over the snow line, the point above which there is snow all the year round.
Experimenters in visual perception are using computers to create weird, random patterns that never occur in real life, to find out what and how people see when these patterns are shown to them. The art of computer graphics is only in its infancy, yet it is already stimulating creative thought in far-out areas where research is likely to get complex and unwieldy. It offers not only the means to quicken the pace of discovery, but an ideal way of communicating what we may discover.
All things shall perish under the sky. Music alone shall live, music alone shall live, music alone shall live, never to die. Never to die, 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 die. Never to die. Music will kill us all. Perish. We will all die, 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 die. Music will kill us all. We will all die, 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 die.
It's useless to hide.